Hey boys and girls, in this lesson we are comparing lengths, and when we're doing something called comparing, it means that we're putting two or more things together and talking about what one thing is compared to the other one. So we're telling how one thing is with another one together. So for example, if I'm looking at comparing this marker to this pencil, I might say something like the marker is smaller than the pencil, or it's shorter than the pencil. I could also say that the pencil is longer than the marker. I'm comparing them. I'm putting two things together and telling how that they're the same or different on that. I also could be comparing two pencils too. I could be saying, oh, that purple one, actually these are about the same length. So I'm comparing them in the same. So in this lesson here, we're just going to do a little bit of a quick warm-up in your red Duotangs. You're going to look at this page here where it says measuring things. So choose a unit of measurement. Maybe that's going to be a spoon or a straw, or maybe some paper clips at home or some toothpicks. So something that you can use for a measurement around your house. Pick 3 to 5 things to measure. You'll write down what you're going to measure, what unit you're using to measure it. This is my estimate. This is what your guess is. So for example, if I was looking at this piece of paper and I have a toothpick for measurement, I might say, well, there's the toothpick. 1, 2, 3. I think that this is going to be about 6 toothpicks long. I would write my estimate there. Then I'm actually going to measure it. And remember, boys and girls, when you're actually measuring something, you're going to take your measurement here, especially if I only have one toothpick. I'm going to hold where that spot was and go to the next one, because if I don't hold where it is, I could be making massive gaps and not actually measuring how long it actually is. When you're finished that warm-up page, you can watch this video on comparing length and then head down to this slide where you are going to be comparing length. So for example, if I was looking at these questions, my directions are to complete the questions below. Fill in the blanks with longer or shorter. I have the words here that you can drag up, and I'll show you how to do that. So I'll just go down to this one here first. A narrow desk is blank than a wide floor. So if I'm looking at a wide floor or a narrow desk, I'm thinking that maybe that might be longer. So I'm going to click on my word. I can see that there is a blue box around it. I'm going to kind of hover my mouse over top. I'm going to move it around until I see the 4 arrows. Once you see the 4 arrows, click down on your mouse, and then you can, and keep it held down. You can drag it over to your spot, and then you let the mouse go. When you want that blue box gone, you just click off of it and it should go away. Now, if you change your mind, same thing, you're just going to click on the box or click on your word again until that box comes up. Find where you have the 4 arrows and just drag it down. If this is not working for you or it's not suiting you, you can always go and make a text box here. Hold and drag, and you can type your text in. Then when you're done, you click away. All right, next slide here. So if I'm coming down here, I'm looking at comparing measurement of different items. So in this one, I'm using different units of measurement to really compare the house here. So I'm looking at how many buckets high this house is. When you have figured it out, you type, or you click on your word, backspace, and type in the number. And then next you're looking at the ladder. So the ladder is how many buckets high. And then the house is how many ladders high. Now the ladders aren't totally there, so you're going to have to take your fingers, put it up to the screen for how long that ladder is, and move it up to see how long it is. So you're actually measuring that one. Same with this one below. You have a paintbrush, you have paper clips, which is what you're using for your unit of measurement at first, and then you have a crayon. So the paintbrush is how many paper clips long? Write in your answer here. This crayon is how many paper clips long? Answer that here. And then the paintbrush is how many crayons long? So you're going to have to take this crayon and you're going to have to at least put one more on, I would say, maybe more. On this one, it says, oh, it's a little riddle for you, right? We put one of these in. So Mary says Nora is tall. So here's Mary, and she's saying that Nora is tall. But Rani over here says Nora is short. Who's right? That's the riddle for you to solve. On this last page here, you're looking at measuring curved or straight lines. So if you have a curved line and you flattened it out, how long is it actually? Check off the box, you can see there. Check off the actual length. So if I have this little snake here, if I just straightened out the snake, how long would it actually be? Would it be this top one or would it be the bottom one? Check the one that you believe would be the correct length of that object. Let me or Ms. Varstra know if you have any